the Black Friday scam explained. Now I do got a little, you know what I'm saying, I got a little history with Black Friday though. I'm gonna let them cook, and then, you know, I'm gonna chime in or whatever.
There was no sale.
Black Friday is just not what it used to be.
20% of Huey, there was
Hold
no
on.
sale.
I didn't know they were gonna
Black
cue me
Friday
in already. Wait,
Not
bro, this is literally Black Friday, bro. This is what Black Friday is all about. Literally this. Where is this at? Some random store that normally probably wouldn't even get people in there for real. Like, look at this shit, bro. Look at the determination on their faces, bro. Look at the pride. Like, they're fighting over a TV, gang. They're fighting over a TV. Like, bro. Like, he's over here like, oh, yeah, let me grab you, bro. Like, they're over here wrestling each other over a TV. Like, this is what it's all about, bro. This is what it's all about. Like, this is fucking, bro. That, oh my gosh, bro, I love this shit. Like, I live for this. You know what I'm saying? You eat your Thanksgiving food real quick, boom, 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 boom. Now I gotta go outside of Best Buy and stand in the line to hopefully be able to fight somebody for an iPhone. You know what I mean? That's what this is all about. But now the deals aren't even, bro, they're probably gonna talk about it in the video, bro. But it's not, they lost the culture, bro. They lost the culture.
20% is not a sale.
You see, back in my day, we would camp outside of Best Buy.
Yes,
and
yes,
get a
yes!
steal.
But don't let these people play on y'all with these Black Friday scams.
I feel like as a kid there were so many great deals, but now it just feels like a scam and that nothing is ever really on sale.
Every year, stores claim Black Friday is when they finally give you the best deals. But what if it's the day they rig the system for their biggest payday? And if they do offer a discount, it might not even be for the product you think it is. In today's video, we'll break down the financial and psychological systems that drive the Black Friday madness.
Bro. I don't know why this reminded me. But don't forget, don't y'all get people in there. I don't think that's happened in a couple years. But yes, I'm pretty sure that has happened at least once or twice. 1 year I was at Walmart, right? Okay. I gotta really put it in perspective, okay? So I'm at Walmart, right? And all of a sudden, I'm standing in line, you know, it's like 11:55, right? Because at 12 midnight is whenever they, like, unwrap everything and then you just fair game, right? Because it's not like a cordial, like, oh, yeah, okay, I was in line first, let me grab my phone. I was in the line for an iPhone, right? I think it was a phone for my grandma. I don't know. It was, like, years and years ago, right? So then, all of a sudden, right? I'm standing in line for the iPhones. Somebody, like, starts attacking the Samsung phones. And I'm like, whoa, glad I'm not in that line, right? Like, they're about to start fighting. Bro, they took the paper off of the iPhones at 12 midnight. Bro, somebody ran from the back of the line and jumped on top of the phones. Bro, they jumped on top of the phones, boom, phones went everywhere. Everybody's, like, scattering, grabbing phones. Bro, there's, like, people with, like, 6 phones in their hands. And I'm like, what? Bro. They're, like, jumping on top of the phones. He's on the phones and grabbing them. People are jumping on top of him, like, punching them. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Somebody else, like, picks up. Boom, gets slammed. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Bro, the phones, after he fell on them and they, like, all scattered everywhere, I grabbed one and I just immediately started, like, running to the toy section. Cause I think it was where my aunt was at. She was in the toys. She was also waiting in her line. And we were all just on the phone, like, all right, yeah, my line is this. Like, I should be done with my line. I might be able to catch another line. You know what I mean? Bro, there were so many people in there, bro. So many people, bro. It was crazy. I was like, yo, this is the best day of my life. Like, this is it. This is what we do this shit for, bro. Blood, sweat, and tears for Black Friday. Like, this is my favorite holiday of the year. Bro, they got ruined, bro. They got ruined.
And finally reveal the hidden incentives that make it all work. But did you know that the name Black...
Okay, all right. This is the last pause for a while. But the thing that ruined Black Friday, because I'm sure he's going to say it, but the thing that ruined Black Friday for real was it, like, digital. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but, like, they turned it from Black Friday, because Cyber Monday used to be the only one that had online deals. Black Friday were deals in person. You had to show up in person for Black Friday deals. But now you can get Black Friday deals online. So now it's less people, less chaos. Yes, this is a good thing. But like, you know, but since it's online, now you have to pay shipping and now you have to pay all this other shit. So it's like it's not really a deal. Like it's better if you just go into the store. But anyways,
Friday actually has nothing to do with shopping. If you're like me and have always heard the story that Black Friday is the day that retailers go from being in the red and operating at a loss to being in the black and profitable, you've actually been living a marketing lie. You see, Black Friday doesn't actually get its name from anything financially related. In order to explain this, let me take you back to the 1950s. It's Thanksgiving Day in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Army-Navy game is kicking off on Saturday morning. Now, the Army-Navy game isn't just another Saturday football game. This game is different. It brings in crowds from across the country to watch our nation's finest military academies face off against each other. And with that comes a lot of chaos. After eating their Thanksgiving feasts, massive crowds would descend on Philly, all in preparation for the big game. And those crowds...
oh yeah, you can't even, yeah. There, at that point, you can't try to go to the store. Like, if you gotta go as soon as they open up, because there's people camping out there, bro. Like, literally, yes, it looks like this. Obviously, it's not like this exaggerated. Like, no one's gonna be doing all this. I would assume they're not gonna be doing all this for some batteries, but like, you know what I mean, though? Like, the bigger stores, the bigger name stores, especially if the deals are really good, they're outside like this, like they're waiting for a fucking roller coaster. And honestly, you just might get taken for a ride, you know? Like, that's...
crowds would bring along traffic jams, gridlock, and mayhem in the streets, often leading to an increase in shoplifting and theft throughout the city. Thus, the Philadelphia police officers nicknamed the Friday before the Army-Navy game as Black Friday. Obviously, the retailers in Philly weren't huge fans of the name Black Friday.
It's about the Army-Navy
game? They
did
want some way to signify
I'm not like that.
The day after Thanksgiving. So they attempted to rebrand Black Friday to Big Friday and Big Saturday.
Big Friday.
But it never really caught on, and as the hunger for shopping sprees after Thanksgiving began to spread across the country and outside of Philadelphia, the retailers decided to return to the name Black Friday, but change the meaning of the term. And this is where we get the more commonly known definition that Black Friday is the day that stores go from writing their daily loss in red pen to writing their profit with black ink. But what about Big Saturday? Did the retailers really want to give up the full weekend of spending just for the catchy name of Black Friday? Not necessarily. It did take another 20 years or so to find a way to capitalize on the full weekend, but in 2005, the National Retail Federation dubbed the Monday after Thanksgiving Cyber Monday. As the internet became more popular, retailers started noticing a decline in shoppers on Black Friday. Many shoppers preferred to just stay at home on Friday, and once they returned to work on Monday, they would use their high-speed office internet to finish their holiday shopping lists. Originally, Cyber Monday was built to only sell online exclusive deals, and this was the store's attempt to not cannibalize their Black Friday deals. But as we know, e-commerce has pretty much taken over, and Black Friday Cyber Monday has expanded to the entire month of November and then some. But we'll get into that more later. First, we need to pull back the curtain on the marketing schemes behind all of this, because Black Friday sales are actually rarely a good deal, and often
maybe it'll arrive after the holidays. I don't know.
Oftentimes you might be losing more than you realize. The most basic thing to understand about these sales is that they are not built for you. Think of a store like it's a parking garage. Every item on the shelf is a car in a parking space, and every car has to pay to park in the parking garage. The longer the cars sit in the garage, the more the owners have to pay to keep them there. So the stores would rather offer a discount to get the car out of the garage than to keep paying to leave it there. Every inch of space in a store is extremely valuable real estate, and they just don't want it to sit idle, especially going into the Christmas season when shoppers are actively looking to spend some serious money. So they heavily discount older, slower moving items in order to clear the space for high margin Christmas and holiday products. But sometimes those heavy
15-day window is crazy. Where is it getting made at?
Discounts we see on the tags aren't actually discounts at all.
Underneath it, you can see that the price never changes from the sign that was in front.
Bro, I remember this video, bro. Bro, it's crazy because it's like, why didn't y'all just take out the old one? Like, I understand, I get it, because you are gonna just remove the Black Friday one, like, the next day. But it's like, come on, gang. Come on, bruh. Like, you could have just changed this, like, Fuck. That's just peak level laziness, though.
Before I explain that, there's something else you need to know. As our lives become more complicated and digital, it's never been more important to protect your digital privacy than today. And most but I can access your online activity platform. Find some increase up in your get a like them. This is a
video. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit, that was a rough one
for you. Let me introduce you to a concept.
It was a little bit longer than I thought.
This is a psychological tool that marketers use to manipulate the way you view the current price. This is used throughout online shopping, car sales, and even real estate deals. The sellers basically anchor the price of a good at a certain price and then slash through it with the new price. That original price is the anchor point for your brain, and you view the new price entirely based on that anchor point, which means you perceive the new lower price as more attractive, and thus you're more likely to purchase. But on Black Friday, the stores will play two games with your brain. Number one, the markup game. Take a look around the stores you go in throughout October and November leading up to Black Friday. If you're paying close attention, you'll notice that certain items throughout the store will slowly increase in price. It's usually not by much because they obviously don't want you to notice, but over the course of a few weeks or months, they can inch the price up just enough so that when Black Friday rolls around, they can slash through it, marking it back down to the original price and convincing you.
And it's crazy because people really fall for that. Like, I would have looked at it at 330 and been like, seems like cap. It seems like everybody else has it for 330. So why is 330 your Black Friday price? Not doing it. Me personally. But yes, there are some people who are like, they're really in the market for a laptop. And, you know. So, I mean, it does work. Don't get me wrong. It does work. But it just kind of sucks, the fact that it does work, because I wish more people would like not fall for that. Type shit.
That you're getting a good deal, but in reality, you're paying the same price you would have in July. Now, this isn't as much of a problem now because of all the price tracking tools that are available, but it's still something to be aware of, and you should always double check with a tracker to make sure you're not getting taken advantage of. The second game stores like to play is the Black Friday special. These are the end cap items or stacks of TVs all lit up and waiting at the door labeled one-time Black Friday specials. They look just like their normal related products, but these ones are special. Usually they'll have massive discounts and look like a complete steal compared to the rest of the store. And these are the items you usually see people throwing fists over. But what the stores don't want you to know is that these are not special in a good way. You see, these specials are typically downgraded, cheaper versions of the real thing. TVs are the best example of this. Many times TV manufacturers will build Black Friday models of their more popular TVs in order to drive a buying frenzy. These versions of the TV are built with cheaper parts, don't have as many features, are missing certain ports and accessories, and overall just not as good as you think. But since it's marked,
that's actually kind of crazy. I did not know that. I knew like Black Friday versions and stuff, and I knew that there was something up because regular price is 300, and then you're telling me I can get the exact same thing for 150. Like, something doesn't seem right about that, but I just don't know what's wrong with it. And I would trust that the one I get doesn't have like glaring issues that I could just easily point out. So like, I would be delusional enough to grab this personally. So like,
as the special, and it's
this is one of those ones I'd fall for.
After them. The easiest way to avoid being scammed by the Black Friday special is to check the model number of the item you're buying. If it's been heavily discounted and there's a similar version on the website marked at a normal price, double check the model number to see if they match. If they don't, that means it's probably a trap. If they do match, then you've probably discovered.
See, okay, I would only do that if I were to buy like something like a laptop, like a gaming laptop specifically, or like a monitor or some shit. Like, holy shit, they got a fucking 400 hertz monitor for like $70. All right, bro, something got to be off about that, you know? I might actually have to start double checking at that point, because I'm like, this looks too good to be true. And then I find out it just says 400 on the box, and it's really like a 144 hertz monitor, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, come on, bro, you can't do that, you know? Damn, I didn't know that. That's a good little tidbit of knowledge there.
The third game that stores like to play, the loss leader. This is a pretty simple concept and really nothing new, but it's important to include. Basically, a loss leader is something that a store is willing to take a loss on in order to get more customers in the door. For example, Best Buy could do a blowout sale on TVs offering them for $100. This would lead people to camping out in line.
Literally, I ain't gonna lie, this does look like it's an AI picture, but I'm sure it's not, bro. This is probably accurate, gang. These people really will be out here bro. They are camping outside, bro. Their whole Thanksgiving is them just waiting for Black Friday to start. Like, that happened for years, bro. I really think it was just due to COVID that, like, got rid of Black Friday. Or at least, like, in the traditional sense. They still do doorbusters. They still do them. But they're not like, oh yeah, let me get here at 5 in the morning and wait so that way I can get this this MacBook for $2,000 instead of $3,000. It's not like it's not as common anymore, I don't think. Cause this was literally what made me not believe in Thanksgiving anymore. Like, I don't think Thanksgiving is a real holiday because Thanksgiving was just a waiting room for Black Friday. Black Friday was the real holiday. And, yeah, bro, I stood outside one time, bro. I did it 1 year. 1 year I stood outside. Stood outside for a fucking air fryer, bro. We don't even have that air fryer. I don't know where the air fryer is. Like, I don't know where it's at. But that's what I stood out for. That was before, like, the air fryer craze, though. People were really on them shits. Like, you know what I'm saying? The air fryers were kind of new back then, though. So I was like, shit, I want one. And yeah, we got that shit. No, I don't think no hands were thrown that night. Or at least not at my store. I don't know. Like, shit. You always run that risk, though, every time.
Just to get the chance to snag a TV for cheap. But Best Buy isn't doing this to sell TVs. They're doing it to get as many customers in the door because they know if they can get you in the door and tease you with a good deal, you might see something else you like and end up spending more throughout the rest of the store.
Yeah.
These loss leader products are just the bait to get you in, and the stores make the real money on the other high margin products you might buy. But even with all of these games, why does it work? We all kind of know deep down that these deals are usually too good to be true.
I just think it's just the average person. Because, I mean, like, yeah, like, the person who watches this video might not fall for it, right? The, shit, I don't know how many people watch the vid. Like, the 400,000 of us that have watched this vid probably are going to be, like, a bit more wary. But, like, dude, there's millions of people who just see Black Friday deals and they're like, oh, yeah, I can go grab something cheap for Black Friday. Millions upon millions of people. So it's like, it's gonna work. There's a couple people who are informed on things, but like, even if you are informed, I even said, I'm still gonna fall for the other one. Like, what was it? The duplicate, the Black Friday model? I'm falling for that shit. Proudly. Like, I'm doing that shit, because even if it is a scam and it doesn't work as well, shit, I might just need a monitor in general, you know? Or something along those lines, right? I'm just using the model example, but, you know.
True. So how is it that Black Friday is still just as effective today as it was in the 60s? Well, that comes back to simple human psychology. And there are 4 main tricks the stores will use, starting with number 1, the fear of missing out. This is actually one of the most used psychological tricks with pretty much anything in your daily life. And that's because it's one of the most effective ways to convince people to do something. As a population, humans want to be in community and striving together. So when you threaten someone with the possibility that they might miss out on something or regret not taking action,
that's fair
they'll
too.
Typically take the bait. During Black Friday, stores will use countdown timers and marketing focused on one-day only deals or limited time offers. Under the pressure of time and FOMO, our brains kick into system 1 thinking, which means we're making choices based on emotion and impulse, leaving all rationality at the door. But if that doesn't work and you're strong enough to maintain your rational thinking, they'll actually use it against you. Which brings us to the second trick, the endowment effect. This one is a little more interesting because it's the stores banking on you doing your research and coming in prepared on Black Friday. They don't want the impulsive customer. They want the person who's put in the time to figure out exactly what they want. That's why you'll start seeing Black Friday catalogs show up a few weeks before, or emails listing out the deals that will be available. These aren't sent out for your advantage, but instead, the stores know that the more time you spend researching something or waiting for something, the more likely you are to buy it. It's kind of like sunk cost theory plus a dopamine rush. We spent all this time double checking that this is exactly what we want, and our dopamine levels increase with the anticipation that you're going to get it. So when Black Friday rolls around, the stores know you'll not only buy the thing you've been eyeing, but you might also pick up a couple of accessories.
4 lightsabers for $500. The fuck? Bro, that's like $100 each, bro. That's bro. Fuck no, I'm not spending that much on no damn light. Bro, that lightsaber better fucking cut my goddamn arm off if I fuck around with it for too long. The hell?
Or things to go with it because you've already started the momentum.
Phone case for $85 unfortunately makes sense. And then lightsaber accessories for $120. But like unfortunately makes sense, but like it gotta be one of them. I'm assuming it's a sturdy one, like type of phone case where like you could drop that bitch from 100 feet and then like your phone is perfectly fine. Like that's what I'm thinking when I think an $85 phone case. Hopefully.
Of buying. So what's another $20 here and $40 there? Going along with the time you spend researching, the stores are also working on trick number 3, decision fatigue. This is pretty much just what it sounds like. Black Friday and Cyber Monday are no longer just 2 days on the calendar. They've stretched to encompass the whole month of November and even into October for some brands. The longer sales were originally...
Yeah, bro, that's the part that like low-key fucked up too, bro. Like, they dropped the exclusivity. Like, bro, yeah, like, let me wait till Black Friday. Like, Black Friday, I gotta shop. I gotta go get these deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? You condense it to one day. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. Black Friday, that's the day. We eat, literally, Thanksgiving. You eat food with your family, and you fucking game plan. You bring out the war map, the map of the city. Hey, we're gonna be on this side. You guys are gonna be on this side. We're going to this store. Boom. And inside of the store, they're gonna have, you know, these certain sections. We're gonna wait in these lines. We're gonna get this stuff so that we can get all the Christmas presents, and then we'll be on FaceTime and stuff to make sure, you know, we all got everything and we all accomplish our missions. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Thanksgiving is prep for Black Friday. But since they've ruined the like integrity of Black Friday, and now Black Friday is gonna be over in what, like 2 days, I guess, because now it's been the entire month. I think Walmart's doing it the whole month. So then they're going to cross over into Cyber Monday. And now it's going to be Cyber Monday for fucking the entire month of December. Damn near. All the way up until Christmas. And then they're going to go right into holiday deals. Oh my god, bro. It's fucking terrible, bro. I miss Black Friday, bro.
Due to customer demand because people wanted better deals for longer. But this increase in length wasn't just for operations. It also feeds the beast. The more messages we see, the more discounts we notice, the less energy we have to rationally evaluate every single one, which means you're more likely to make an irrational purchase on day 14 of the sale than you were on day 1. So as these sales get longer and longer, they're able to hook more.
I think if I were to do Black Friday sales from 1st of November to what the fuck is today? 28th of November, I guess. Yeah. I would probably say I would probably like have it broken up by weeks, right? Because 28 is what, 4 weeks? I'd have broken up by weeks. Week 1, we're gonna be focused on general appliances, like utensils or some shit. You know what I mean? Like you getting a new cutting board or, you know, knife set or whatever. Boom. Week 2, we're gonna be focused on clothes, right? Boom. Week 3, we're gonna be focused on, I don't fucking know, like body shit, like body wash and fucking whatever, right? Like soap, shampoo, blah blah blah. Okay. Then, or maybe even cleaning supplies. You could throw that in there too. And then week 4, that's when we get the peak. That's when we get the electronics. See, that's whenever you really get the people in there. You really get the people like salivating for the shit. And not only electronics, but we're also going to include weeks 1 through 3 in there with week 4. Because now, everybody's going to be in there. The entire store is on fucking sale. We're about to lose so much money, but gain so much at the same time. It's beautiful. And then we'll have all of our shit gone by the time December 1st rolls around. And then we can start our online-only sales. And the online sales that you can cross-match with inside the store. So if you go inside the store, you get an extra discount. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I would do it, though. You know, and still keeping the general integrity of, like, waiting to get the thing and building up the anticipation. But, you know, we still, you know, get that long stretch where you're just seeing profits just rise. I'm just saying, bro, I think that's a good idea. I don't know anything about money. So maybe that's not a good idea. But I'm just saying. You know, maybe I just want my voice to be heard in like a Walmart stockholder Zoom call. Jewish money method. You think I got what it takes to be a Jew?
People in purely out of exhaustion. But none of these tricks would be possible without the biggest of them all, the savings illusion. This is the bread and butter.
Yeah, this is the biggest one. I'm not gonna lie. Have people save enough money for 4 weeks of shopping? I think. Well, most people get paid every 2 weeks. So, in theory, you would get paid before week 1. So now you have week 1 to spend, week 2 to spend. Then you get paid again. Week 3 to spend, week 4 to spend, then you get paid again, and then like anything you might have missed out, you can now spend on like the end of week 4, beginning of week 5 kind of thing. So I think like that's how it's I think that's how it comes out most of the time, unless you get paid monthly, and then you kind of just gotta like spread it out.
Of Black Friday. Let's say we see an ad for a TV that's normally priced at $500, but today it's $100 off. Our brains don't immediately register that the TV is $400 now.
They're gonna hope on that, and then they're gonna go $399.
Instead, we just focus on the $100 off because,
which doesn't even sound like a lot, to be honest. But again, that's just me. Like, somebody would probably look at it and be like, oh my god, it's $100 off, and then fucking dive headfirst into the TV.
In our caveman minds, we think we're now $100 richer if we buy the TV today, which is exactly what justifies the purchase. But as you know, through simple math, you're not $100 richer, you're just $400 poorer. It's the savings illusion that drives all the other games and tricks we've covered so far. Everything else is just stacked on top of this simple concept that relies on our chicken brains not thinking rationally about prices. But now that you know how the hidden systems of Black Friday work, how can you beat it? Well, first off, ignore the savings, the discounts, and the percent off signs. Only focus on the price. If something is $100 off, but it's still $400, you shouldn't be thinking about the deal you're about to get. You should actually be thinking about whether or not that item is even worth $400.
Yes.
And finally, use price trackers and wait for the price to actually come down.
I gotta get a price tracker, bro. Or I gotta, like, have one, like, built into my shit. Like an extension on my PC or some shit. Or an app. I gotta get one, though. I gotta, yeah. I'm taking this advice, genuinely.
It's never been easier to set an alert to find the true lowest price of an item you might want. And as we mentioned earlier, usually that's not even on Black Friday. In fact, the cheapest prices of the year often fall sometime in January, because this is the time that the stores have to clear their shelves off and they don't have a crowd of...
Bro, it's like buying a sweatsuit in July, bro. So fucking cheap. So cheap, bro.
Holiday shoppers ready to spend. It's important to remember
So
that not
cheap.
everything on sale is necessarily a lie, but it is all a system. And it's a system designed to make you spend more on things you probably don't need, when the best deal is actually the money you don't spend. Don't forget to click the link in the description to grab that.
It's fire. It's a good vid. It's a good vid. Oh, wait, where did my mouse go? Oh. Okay. That was a good video, though. Every year on Black Friday, I save hundreds of dollars by continuing to just use the TV I got from Goodwill for $12 years ago. Facts. Bro, you don't need a new TV every year, bro. Once you get a good size, it's kind of hard to, like, get out of that. You know what I mean? At least in my opinion. I got a fucking... I think it's a 50. It's either a 50 or a 48, bro. And I'm, like, I literally only watch, like, TV on it, like TV shows on Netflix or whatever. Like that's it. Otherwise, the TV will just literally sit there and collect dust. It's always been a scam. Best deals are in January. Bro, skip to the end of the video to say that shit. I waited at Target overnight for a 40-inch flat screen for a really good deal at the time. It would have been the largest screen my family had ever owned. We got one of the handful available. We went home to set it up. It lasted 45 minutes before dying. Yo. The only Black Friday deal I've ever taken advantage of was a few years back. Best Buy was offering a 1TB PS4 that came bundled with God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Last of Us, all for $200. Damn. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, PS4? Well, this one must have been 2018 then. 2018, yeah, because God of War came out in 2018. That's insane. 1TB PS4, which is already, like, enough for most games, unless he plays COD. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Last of Us. This is a great deal. This is an amazing deal. $200. Crazy. Crazy. I think at that time I would have already had my PS4 though. Yeah, that's another thing too, bro. Like, some of the deals look really good when you already have the thing. Like, when the PlayStation 5 goes on sale, it's like, damn, bro, I already spent $550 on my PS5, bro. Like, I already spent $500 on my shit. So, like, now, it just makes it, like, you know, it just kind of makes it like, damn, bro, I wish I didn't fucking do that. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck. This is a good Black Friday vid, though. Good shit.